I'm the BTC Reaper, and my goal on this channel is to teach you how to reap the rewards of trading, whether the price is going up or down. Over on total for the daily, our stochastic is pushing up, RSI is gaining a little bit of strength, not much. VWAP is maintaining bullish momentum, but starting to come down, so keep an eye and watch for a higher low. Momentum does want to push forward, but is starting to round away. So watch our lower time frames. Our money flow is starting to pull back. So I would watch very closely. Remember, if total pulls back, most of our altcoins are going to pull back because this is the market cap of all the altcoins besides Bitcoin and Ethereum. Our stochastic does want to push up. VWAP is holding bullish, so we did attempt to break down. We got a lower high, but then we followed it with a higher low, followed by a higher high. So we do have a little bit of a bullish trend going on here that was after that bearish trend. So that is positive. That's starting to push our momentum higher. And if we can stay above that neutral, our money flow could cross into the green, and this would push our altcoins forward. This could act as a bit of a bull flag. If we did have a bull flag with this consolidation, you could consider that a freak break up. Draw from there to there, then we'll draw from here up because this is the whole move, unless you want to just consider that. But our maximum breakout, remember, don't go for the maximum. We could stop short at that 840, but our maximum move would just be shy of that 900 billion. So we do have two touches to the top, two to the bottom. So what we want to see here is we need to see a bounce, a hit to the top, a breakthrough, a retest, and a bounce. If we don't get all of that, then this pattern will not play out. So watch that VWAP to hold bullish. If that does, that increases our chance to push up to the top. Then if it stays bullish, we can break out, hopefully get that retest. The retest doesn't happen, but the retest does help us prevent a breakdown because remember, if you shoot straight up, you're going to come crashing down. You can't have a quick move one way without another quick move the opposite way. It could happen a month later, depending on what kind of time frame you're on. Just remember that because here, we moved up very quick, and now we moved down very quick. So keep that in mind. You do retrace your quick moves. Over on Bitcoin futures for the daily, we did reject filling that gap. So I would watch for a continuation down. Again, we did watch out for this, say to watch out for this to be a lower high. Watch for lower lows. We could create a bearish continuation that could try to bring us down. And momentum does have bullish divergence though, so that does want to help push us forward. VWAP is breaking bullish and money flow is starting to gain strength, so we do look positive despite the slight pullback. Over on the 1 hour, we may be able to draw a flag here as well. I'd say it has too many touches to the top and bottom. If we were to draw a flag, it'd be a very short flag too. That'd only push us right around that value area high. Futures doesn't really have as much data to go on as Bitcoin does, but we do have a gap to the upside, so that is positive right around that 84K. So if we can make a higher low and break through and hold that 84K, we can make a higher high and still see a push forward. I would watch these highs and lows though. These highs and lows are getting pretty straight, so just watch. If we start connecting, we could create a rising channel. Right now it looks more of a bullish continuation, but if we hit this top and reject, just keep in mind we could see some more pain to come. Our stochastic is pushing up, RSI is pushing forward, VWAP is gaining strength, momentum is pushing forward, and that money flow is in the green. So things geopolitically look pretty decent, but the market pulled back because we didn't really get as sure of an answer as everyone was hoping for. And we also got the announcement that rates would not be cut today. So since interest rates are not going to be cut, that kind of plays into things as well. But our possibility of it not being cut tomorrow, I think it's like 99% chance. But with that, that does give us a little more worry. But consumer price index, people are buying a little bit more. So as long as people keep buying, that can help prevent a recession, which could help prevent any kind of like negative effects or rate hikes that we could see. So we could still see rate cuts. It just might be a little slower than anticipated. We're not really going to get the soft landing that they hope for. Our VWAP is holding bullish, but we have a shorter high, so just keep an eye on this on Bitcoin on the daily. Momentum does want to round with the red dot. Stochastic is starting to round, and RSI does look like it's starting to pull back, so I would exercise caution. If you want to vote for what altcoins to cover in our Discord, make sure you join our Discord. We will be covering Graph and XRP on the daily, and then we will cover other coins based on based on what's requested, kind of like Abolisher just requested ETH. So since that's outside Graph and XRP, we will cover ETH next since we have some extra time today as well. Our VWAP is holding bullish. Momentum wants to gain strength. Money flow is trying to push forward, so Stochastic's pushing up, and that RSI does look like it could gain strength. So as long as that VWAP can hold above this neutral, we do have a higher high with a higher low. That is creating a bullish trend, which will bring momentum higher and push money flow up. If we can see that money flow hold in the green for several hours, remember that strengthens those higher time frames and gives us the possibility to break forward. So over on Graph for the daily, we did get that pretty painful drop down right to that value area low. So hopefully you had to buy order there. But overall, we did see a pretty quick drop down. Odds are we would see a retracement up, but we're going to need the rest of the market to push up in order for that to happen. It could take a few months. Look, this started in January. Actually, before that, if you want to count over here, so remember, this drop down took more than a month. It's probably going to take more than a month to rebound, but odds are we would, as long as the rest of the market continues up. And remember, the geopolitical things, if those continue to be more favorable, that does help us as well. Our VWAP does want to hold bullish. Momentum is gaining strength. Money flow is in the red, but with that VWAP holding bullish and momentum pushing forward, money flow could start to reverse and gain strength. Over on our 1 hour, we do have a little bit of consolidation here. So again, you could draw the same bull flag we kind of drew on total. So that'd be a little cautious about bull flag here though, because we had our third touch to the top and we got a rejection. So that's the only thing I'd warn against on the bull flag. If you want to take the move here, you could take the move here. Again, depends. Don't go for the max move. But if you do go for the max move, it could push us to that 1157. VWAP does want to break bullish. It does have a little bit of a shorter visit in the bearish territory. So if that VWAP can be followed by a strong bullish wave, momentum will push up, money flow could gain strength, and then we would continue higher. So over on XRP, then we'll get to Ethereum for you, Abolisher. Also, if you have any other requests or questions, drop them in chat. But over on XRP for the daily, overall, we are weakening, much like everything else. We do have a lower high. Again, watch for lower lows because that could create a bearish continuation. Our VWAP is starting to push down. Momentum is rounding with a red dot. Money flow is starting to weaken. Our stochastic is rounding, and RSI is weakening as well. Over on the 1 hour, we may, I wouldn't want to draw a bull flag here. You may be able to, if you count that as a freak breakup. You'd have 2 touches at the top, 2 to the bottom. And again, that would push you probably to your next support resistance area, possibly right around this 261. So stochastic does want to push forward. VWAP is in a bullish trend with higher highs and higher lows, staying above that neutral, pushing momentum higher and giving money flow strength. Again, if that can continue, we will strengthen higher time frames and continue forward. Now for Ethereum, last but not least, no problem, Abolisher. Thank you for watching. Hope you're having a great day. Over on Ethereum for the daily, again, I would exercise caution because it does look like this could be a bear flag. This is pretty flat overall on the daily, though. Bear flag, remember, will bring you down, and I'm just going to go from this move to this move. That could be a drop down to our next support at that 1500. Now, remember, Ethereum is inflationary right now. Inflationary means that the supply is growing faster than it's shrinking. When supply of a currency or any asset grows faster than it's shrinking or staying flat, then you do have the negative effects on price, because as supply increases and demand doesn't meet or exceed that increase, then price does drop down. That's kind of how the equilibrium of prices works, for those of you who do not know. Stochastic does want to push forward. VWAP is in bullish territory. Momentum does want to push up. And money flow is trying to gain a little bit of strength. But again, it's very indecisive as that VWAP's not pushing up very strong. Over on the 1 hour, we have a lava zigzag, and I would not call this a bear flag. Now, that's positive because that means we could push up and see some bullish strength. Usually, after the third touch to the bottom is when you break down, and we have several touches to the bottom here. Stochastic does want to push up. RSI is pushing forward. VWAP does have a higher high following with higher lows. So we do look pretty strong here as pushing momentum up. Momentum does want to break through, and money flow is about to break through as well. So this does look very positive. It could invalidate that bear flag, and it could help push us forward. Now, if we do invalidate our bear flag, I'd be looking at this 20K, 2K level, 2.5. That'd be our next resistance. And then if we're able to overcome that, I would look somewhere around this 2-1, and then possibly somewhere around this 2-2. So we do have a lot of very close support resistances based on previous consolidations. Remember, the more consolidations, candle wicks and candle bodies you have touching in the zone, the stronger that support resistance. So a major support resistance, probably this 2-1. That 2 is going to be a psychological support resistance. So remember, even numbers do get hung up on. Thank you for watching tonight's video. I hope you all have a great night. Hit the like and subscribe, and join us in that Discord so you can vote for what altcoins we cover.